Hello, Jason Cain here, and welcome to the Ancient Wisdom Modern Mind podcast. And today, I'm going to talk about the Hara and clean up a few misconceptions surrounding what the Hara is and how it connects to other spiritual ideas. The first misconception is that the concept of the Hara, which translates as abdomen, is related to the stomach or is confused with the related organs in the abdomen. In Japanese, Hara has a much more broad meaning in both the Japanese medical tradition and in Japanese martial arts and Zen traditions. The word Hara is used as both a technical term for a specific area, such as the abdomen, and also to mean mind or courage. It is represented by a yin-yang spiral swirl, and this spiral is considered to be the power center that generates ki, and is also where vital ki is stored. In both Japanese and Chinese culture, the Hara is thought of as the seat of vitality and power, and in both martial arts and Qigong, the emphasis is on moving from the Hara. If you're not familiar with the word ki, this is also pronounced qi, which is the transliterated Chinese pronunciation, and ki is the transliterated Japanese version. They are both the same thing. The other closest equivalent in yoga and Ayurvedic medicine of India is prana. At a deeper level, the word Hara means one's true nature or your spirit. So it is not just a physical center in the body, but also the center of one's being, much like the concept of the soul. This is where we experience the paradox of the Hara. It can be felt, but cannot be touched. It can be realized, but cannot be known. Yet, through the practice of no mind, the practitioner can become a living breath in the deepest sense of the word. The whole being is harmonized, uplifted, integrated, made one all-consuming living movement. This awareness of the Hara and sense concepts such as consciousness, soul, and even mind can only be defined on an intellectual level and cannot be grasped or comprehended. The metaphysical idea of the Hara can only remain an elusive and abstract concept. And this brings us to a commonly held approach to spirituality that exists today, where it is believed that to follow the spiritual path, one must develop the energy centers or chakras, and a common confusion of mixing the Hara and the sacral chakra as being the same. One of the main reasons for this is the modern craving to understand spirituality from an intellectual perspective rather than through first-hand experience. In the yogic tradition, the Hara equivalent is actually the Atman, and the relationship with the chakras is limited to the enteric nervous system in the same way that the nadis or meridians are enteric channels. The other confusion is that the Hara can be activated. This idea is probably again connected with the idea of activating chakras. It would be more accurate to say that one enters into a heightened state of awareness. This makes more sense since the Hara is entering into the spirit of your action, your intent or courage, since you don't activate courage but enter into a state of courage. The word Hara in Japanese is also deeply interlinked with the word Tanden. In Chinese, this is the lower dantian. Tanden translates as cinnabar field, elixir field, or the sea of qi, and has 3 locations in the body: the abdomen, the heart, and the brain, and play a major role in the understanding of ki and its relationship to breath, meditation, and Taoist internal alchemy, Nidan, practices. The physical space where the Hara or Tanden is located is directly behind the navel, inside the body, closer to the spine than the navel. There is a little confusion about the precise location, and this is again probably related to some people mistakenly connecting the Hara and the sacral chakra. When you're trying to feel or sense the Hara, the precise details of the Hara's location is not so important, since you're only focusing on trying to feel your center and settling into this center. Think in terms of the Hara as a three-dimensional area of varying size inside the abdomen, and not as a point on the abdomen. In practical terms, you should think of settling your energy down into the Tanden, or finding your center and focusing your breathing into this center, so that the Tanden becomes the focus point in the belly, while the Hara is our true nature or our state of heightened awareness. For this reason, at a beginner's level, one's Zazen meditation practice guides the mind to focus on the Tanden, helping it not to wander. This practice aids you in gaining a fuller understanding of the Tanden as you become more mindful and less distracted. After what can take many years of practice for some, but this is depending on the level of effort you give to your meditation practice, you will begin to experience that the Tanden actually becomes Hara, or to express it differently, you will enter into heightened awareness. This transference of awareness is interlinked with your own deeper humility of understanding who you are. You may have noticed that I used the word transference as opposed to saying growth. This is an important point, since your mind or intellect cannot grow into a higher state or enlightenment, and instead awareness is transferred to the Hara. This transfer of awareness to the Hara is what the yogi would call Atman consciousness, or heightened awareness, and which is also why entering into the Hara is most often first experienced during meditation, but can also be experienced by the martial artist or Qigong master when practicing form, since an impeccably performed action can also transfer awareness to the Hara. A perfect example of this can be found in the tale of the samurai and the tea master. I will put a link below to that tale. At the point of Hara, the mind has no place to stay still, for it is everywhere, completely in union with the universe. No beginning and no end. It is open and at ease. This is Hara. In other words, you have realized your true nature. Mind, when placed in the Hara, never hesitates or stops. It is like water. When encountering a rock, it simply flows around obstacles. So that's the Hara. If you like the content and would like to take your spiritual journey deeper, learn about meditation, or go even deeper with your meditation journey, I offer books, instructional podcasts, online meditation, and personal development courses that cover a variety of meditation and metaphysical topics available at Amazon, Audible, iTunes, Spotify, Anchor, and Udemy. Plus, great free articles on Blogger.com, YouTube, and in the Facebook community Meditation, Mindfulness, and more. And it would be my privilege to have you join our community and share your own journey and thoughts. And this is important not only to me, but also in helping other students in their personal journey. The end. This podcast was created by Jason Cain. Text copyright 2019 by Jason Cain, and production copyright 2019 by Jason Cain. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening.